Hey Capricorns. Oh, let me plug in my mic here. Hey Capricorns. I feel like I just sounded like Bob Ross for a second there. Sorry. Didn't mean to go Bob Ross on you. I'm not going to paint anything today. We're going to connect and see what's coming up for you for the week ahead for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We do have a full moon coming up midweek, which is kind of a continuation in some ways of the new moon energy that we had in Leo a couple of weeks ago. So I'll touch on that and we'll see how those energies might be affecting our lovely Capricorn friends. And then after we go through our mermaid deck here for our summer mermaid theme, Monday, Tuesday, I'm going to pull a healing card for you. Wednesday, Thursday, from a different deck, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And as always, the deck info is in the description because a lot of you ask about the cards. And stick around at the end. I'm having a sale this week on private readings. I will talk about that at the end. All right, my dear. So your Monday, Tuesday, Capricorn is energy field adjustment, aura cleansing, and health. So this is going to be a good time for you to release because there was such a massive rush of energy that came in with that new moon we had a few weeks ago. We had a new moon in Leo. Okay, so if some of you have fire in your moon or in your rising, you may have felt it a little bit more than other people. And it brought up a lot of intense feelings in a lot of people. Even though new moon usually isn't about bringing up feelings, it's more about manifesting. This was kind of a feisty new moon, and it brought up some feistiness in some people. And as we're coming into the full moon on the 15th, this is a moon that's going to be making us think about like wanting to be closer or to have emotional intimacy or wanting to have like fulfilling emotional relationships. So that's going to be bringing up insecurities in some people. So Capricorn, some of you are feeling a little bit just kind of out of whack, energetically. And so this is going to be a good time to get back into sync. And this is going to be a really good time for releasing because a lot of things are going to be coming up to the surface. So I usually always say around the full moon anyway, but I'm going to emphasize it for this time for you guys. This is going to be a really good time for you to take a sea salt bath, or if you don't have a bathtub, do a little sea salt scrub or something, or use like a soap. Maybe go to like one of the health food stores and find a soap that might have sea salt in it, or may have rosemary or lavender in it, or sage in it. That might be a really good kind of cleanse to give yourself. Now, with this card especially, I think Capricorn, what you're really being encouraged to focus on is your solar plexus and your sacral chakra, okay? Sacral chakra is where a lot of our confidence is. And like I said, this full moon is bringing out insecurities. So this is a good time for you to release the insecurity and then to focus on the things about yourself that you can feel confident about. So maybe look up sacral chakra meditations online, sacral chakra affirmations, and then also solar plexus, which is going to be like your identity, like who you are and how you're presenting yourself to the world. So sacral chakra and solar plexus chakra, look up meditations and affirmations for those. And the beginning of the week is going to be a good time for you to focus on that stuff. A lot of you have contacted me about that. It may have not been about Capricorn, but this came up for another sign a while back, or just in general. When I talk about different chakras, a lot of people have messaged me and they've asked me if I have any meditations. Not yet, but they're in the works, guys. It's been really crazy. I know that I've been saying I want to take the channel in the direction to have the educational stuff, and I will, and it's coming, but it's just been like, there's been some opposition, okay? Like there's some stuff out there that I think doesn't want me to do it, but this is the time we're going to get over it, okay? I've got space rented out, everything. We're going to make this happen. I don't have meditations to offer you right now, but you can find them online for free, right? You don't have to pay an arm and a leg. If you do have the budget for an energy healer, and if it's something that like you've been wanting to do, and you feel like, you know, it might be a good time to, you know, do that and treat yourself in that way, energy healing session might not be bad. And it doesn't have to be in the beginning of the week. It could be at any time, you know, when you can get in or when you're ready. But, you know, if you want to do it the week of this full moon, this could be a really powerful time of releasing. Okay, but it's going to be a good time to just kind of adjust those energies and, you know, work on seeing all of the reasons why you should be feeling good about yourself and confident in who you are and all the good, wonderful things that make you you. Oh gosh, goodness. You guys are going to feel this full moon. All right. You're not a water sign, but you're going to feel this full moon. The first card tipped me off to that. And this card here, we even have the moon jumping out at us. This great big giant moon is in the card. And I always say when it's around a moon cycle and I have the moon show up in the cards, then that's telling me, hey, you guys are going to really be feeling this moon energy. So a lot of you Capricorns, this is really awesome because you're going to be picking up on the aspect of the moon energy that's going to be increasing your intuition, and that's going to be increasing your ability to connect with your psychic abilities. So some of you are going to be strengthening your clairvoyance, being able to see, you know, messages. Some of you might even see lights or you know, forms or shapes, or you might even feel like you're seeing your guardian angels or your guides. And this card even says some of you are going to be like doing the out-of-body travel or like the astral projection. And guys, for those of you who are going to be in that energy, like, I'm never going to tell you what to do. I'm not a fan of the outer body stuff. I'm not a fan of astral projecting. I've had to work very hard to keep from doing it. I don't like it. But that doesn't mean that if it's resonating with you that you shouldn't do it. I'm never going to sit here and say, you know, oh, you should do everything my way. The only thing I strongly suggest and recommend, if you are going to be experimenting with that kind of stuff, or if you do have an ability to just kind of naturally do it, just make sure that you're taking this time, especially since this is a full moon that's bringing up a lot of insecurities and a lot of heavy feelings in people. Just make sure that you're keeping yourself in check emotionally, that you're keeping your heart filled with love and light, and that you are connecting with whatever your spiritual protection team is, right? Like, I love working with the archangels, but whoever it is that you work with, whoever you see as a protector, make sure you're connected with that higher power. Make sure that you're connected with those protective beings, and make sure that if you're traveling, you are doing so with them alongside you, or like guiding you through the process. Okay, that's just my 2 cents. Do with it what you will. But so a lot of you are having these psychic insights, these intuitions and things picking up, and a lot of you are really going to be feeling very strongly about this full moon energy. Some of you are receiving answers to like questions that you have about relationships that didn't work out, or that just kind of seemed to go downward. Some of you are having information come to you through your intuition, through your guides, through your dreams, that's gonna like kind of be like this light going off in your head. You're gonna go, oh, so that's what went wrong, or that's why that didn't work out, or that's why this person feels this way. Like, you're seeing things in a different angle or in a different light. For those of you who want to connect with that, and that's something that you're feeling, oh my God, yes, I wish I could have that happen, I would suggest calling in Archangel Michael to protect and guide your process. And I would suggest calling in Archangel Raguel to help you see where the misunderstandings are, or where the unfairness lies, or where the miscommunication happened, where the misunderstandings happened, and ask them to show you in loving and gentle ways, you know, ways that you can accept and not beat yourself up, or not feel, like excessively bad about it, right? Just kind of to see what can be healed and how. And to call them in, you don't have to do anything crazy. You don't have to like face north or west or east, unless that kind of stuff resonates with you. If it resonates with you all day, every day, go for it. But if that stuff is going to confuse you, just understand that spirit will work with you. Anyway, the archangels will, you know, if you have the desire to. So it could just be as simple as, thank you, Archangel Michael, for being with me now and helping me with this and this and this. Thank you, Archangel Raguel, for helping me and being with me and helping me with this and this and this. It's as simple as that. You don't have to like have a whole kind of, you don't have to have like a special set of crystals and a special set of candles. Unless you already have something that like resonates with you, by all means, you can incorporate that. You can bring it all in together if that's powerful for you. But don't overcomplicate it if you're just starting out and you're not sure. You can keep it simple, my dears. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Oh my goodness. See, we were just talking about how there was going to be this love energy coming in for a lot of people with this full moon, like wanting romance, wanting love. And you guys know that I do not focus on love in the weekly forecast. Those of you who watch my videos regularly, you know I do the love reading separate, and I try to keep the weekly forecast about all the other important areas of life. But we just had that moon card really confirming that you're going to feel the moon energy. We know this is a moon energy that's going to make a lot of people be paying attention to their love life. And this is a card about not just love, but as it says there, kissing the divine in another, in yourself. So this is a significant soulmate that's coming in as like a mirror aspect. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Cancer had this card in the beginning of the week. And then like at the end of the week, they were like in this spirit of longing. So some of you might have Cancer in your moon or in your, actually some of you might have Cancer in your moon or in your rising, or you could be a Cancer sun sign with Capricorn in your moon or rising, and you're watching this and this is like a double message for you, like, hey, pay attention. But other ones of you may have somebody pursuing you this week very intently. Like they might notice you first and they might come for you, or they might pursue you. And it could be somebody who's a Cancer, sun, moon, or rising. Not necessarily. It could happen. I'm only saying because when I did their reading, they had a similar energy. Okay, but it's coming in for you guys more so in the end of the week. So I kind of feel like since it's the beginning of the week for them, like they're seeing you first, or you're on their mind first. And then because of the way their reading went, you know, by the end of the week, they might just kind of be like coming for you. Like they're all about Capricorn. They have to have some Capricorn, okay? Like something might be happening for some of you, right? So either an existing love partnership for some of you is really going to start taking life again, you know, new breath being breathed into it, you know, like the passion being ignited, coming together, or a lot of you are beginning to manifest a very significant soulmate. That yellow is jumping out at me again, and this is the whole thing of the yellow is the solar plexus and like the self-identity. So I feel this is where you're being hit the hardest with this full moon energy, Capricorn. You need to see yourself in a healthy light. You need to see yourself in all of the things that define you, that are positive, that are good, that are strong. I think some of you are just being really, really critical of yourselves right now. We're going to take a look at your your healing card, or your spirit message for the week. And again, guys, check out your moon and rising videos, because some weeks it's going to resonate with you more, or it might bring you a little extra information, especially, you know, since these are general readings, they're not going to be 100% for every person. And sometimes when you watch your moon and rising videos, it kind of brings a little bit more extra information, or a little bit more specific information, even though it's still general, especially if you can't afford a private reading. So I really suggest that. Your healing card here is you have flow, okay? And this is number 8. So I think this is going to be the flow of abundance. But, you know, this whole full moon about release is going to be about opening you up to receive. Remember how we talked about the sacral chakra with the confidence, the solar plexus with the identity. So this is seeing all the things about yourself that make you material for success, make you material for abundance. And keep in mind, guys, abundance isn't just money. Money is definitely a part of it, but abundance is also happiness, fulfillment, spiritual connection, satisfaction in life, everything, like, you know, friends, family. It's not only simply money. So I think a lot of you Capricorns, and it just kind of hit me. I just like got like a shiver that ran down the back of my spine. Not the back of my spine, but my spine. I don't think my spine has a back. I think, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I just had a shiver that ran down my spine. Because the solar plexus kept coming up with you, and the sacral chakra kept coming up with you, and that's the confidence, and that's the identity. I just drew a blank. And the flow is coming in. So it just hit me right now what Spirit's trying to say. Capricorn, you've been spending a good majority of your life editing yourself. Like, you've been coming in with the version of you that you feel people expect you to be. Like, oh, you know, I'm just the great big goofy one. I'm just the great big class clown. I'm here to make everybody laugh. Or, oh, I'm just the really successful one, and I'm just all about, you know, really serious, and I'm just about money and career, and I'm about climbing that ladder, or whatever it is. Like, you've just kind of like, you were labeled at some point in your life, and you've spent a lot of your time showing up in that character, in that version of yourself, right? But something is happening where you're coming into your true authenticity, and that's when your flow is coming in, okay? I can attest to that from my personal experience. I won't get into it. There's not enough time. But I will say this. You've spent a lot of your life in this version of you that's not authentic to you, and you're waking up to that. And as soon as you begin to step into your authentic role, like really who you are, without being this watered down, edited version of yourself, your flow is going to open up. The right friends are going to come in. The right work opportunities are going to come in. Some of you might even be really turning your life around and finding that you're connecting with talents that you were not confident enough to dabble with before. And that's becoming a whole new business or a self-employment income for you. You're coming into this whole new awakening of yourself by not editing yourself, right? You have orange and yellow jumping out in this card again too, solar plexus, sacral chakra. As that stuff is aligning, you're coming into your flow, and things don't have to be so hard anymore. All of your success, everything you've achieved until this date, Capricorn, I feel it's been like climbing up those rocks, that rocky mountain. It's been a struggle. So even when you have success coming in, you might feel like, okay, maybe I should be happy because I'm making more money than my friends and family, or at least I'm coming out of a difficult part, and maybe I'm making more money than I used to, or whatever it is. I'm just using money as an example. But you worked so hard to get there that you might feel like, is that it? And your friends and family might look at you like, dude, you are so ungrateful. But you're like, well, you don't understand how hard, like, this has been so hard. So you might be comparing where you are with how hard you've had to work, and that might make you feel like it's not enough. Whereas other people are looking at you like, what is your problem? Why aren't you grateful for what you have? But the reason why it's been so hard for you is you've been going against your flow. You've been going against the grain here. And as you're coming into your flow, as you're going with the grain now, you're going with that flow, everything's going to come to you a lot easier. It's not going to have to be like climbing that rocky mountain. Okay, my dears? Again, watch your moon sign and rising sign video. And if you do want a private reading, this is a good week to do it, guys. I am having a sale. I was not going to announce it on YouTube. Please don't be mad at me, because I'm announcing it now. I wasn't going to announce it because the last time I announced a sale on YouTube, I went to sleep, and when I woke up in the morning, I was booked 3 months out. I love to do readings for you guys. I appreciate that so many people came in and they booked. It just was a lot coming in very fast, and then a lot of people were very upset that the wait was so long. So to avoid that, I was like, okay, let me just post it on my social media. I did post it on like the community thing, but a lot of you don't pay attention to that. And so I was just like, okay, I'll just post it for like the OG people, like for the people that are looking at the post, the people that actually read the stuff, or the people that have been with me like from the beginning. And so I was offering a discount of 60, because I received 60,000 subscribers. So usually for 60-minute phone call, it's $100. Usually for a 60-minute video, it's $150. So for the 60,000 subscribers, I'm doing 60 minutes for $60. So that's almost half off of a phone call, and that's more than half off of a video reading. And so that was the special that I was having. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to extend it to my YouTube people. And some people did message me and said, oh my goodness, like I don't get paid for another week. And so I do want to give more of you a chance, but it's going to be a limited number. I'm only going to set it to a limited number. Maybe I'll have it like to where I'm not going to get booked more than maybe a couple of weeks out. But that is available if you've been wanting to get a reading or you've been waiting for a sale. That's what I'm offering at this time. So if you click on the Calendly link, you can go ahead and schedule there. If $60 is still too steep and you're like, oh my goodness, Amethyst, I would love a reading, but are you ridiculous? Are you crazy right now? I don't have $60. I've got the 15-minute reading starting at $20. You know, so there's something for everybody on there. If you want to go ahead and book a private reading, I'm more than happy to do a private reading for you guys. So I thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I'm wishing you a fabulous week, Capricorn.